Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be discussing a very important issue on how to parent our kids in 2022. So if you're a parent or intending parent, you need to watch this video. So let's get into it, and I do thank you for watching. So parenting in 2022, this video is coming on a very high note because of what is going on in our world today. The use of social media by our young kids, young ones, we need to also be on top as parents. And how do we do that? I know you'll be wondering how you can be able to catch up, how you can be able to cope with parenting, work, and every other thing that comes in between, but it's achievable. So I'll be telling us today tips we need to apply to today's world to make sure that our kids do not fall prey to what is going on in our society. So yeah, parenting in this dispensation, we all know, is a very, very huge responsibility, unlike when we were raised. Somebody will say, what do I mean? When we were raised, there was nothing like Facebook, nothing like Instagram, YouTube, and all of that. So a lot have changed. Okay, and because a lot of things change, we need to change our skills, and also we also need to be intentional in raising our kids. We need to adjust our parenting skills. We can't parent the same way we were raised because things are not the same anymore. The question is, should a young child have a phone, or is it the right thing to buy a child a smartphone? I would say it is up to the parent. You need to do what works for you and your household. However, if you decide to buy a smartphone for your child, there are several ways to get around it so that you can be able to know what is happening. You can be able to be on top of the game. And it's very achievable. The first thing I would suggest here, if you buy a smartphone for your child, make sure you set that phone as a child. Because if you're using Google, for example, to set the phone up, the Gmail, when you're trying to register, will ask you the age of the phone user. You put in the age of the child. Don't make the mistake of putting your own age, because if you put your age, definitely all the suggestion coming to you will be your age appropriate. But if you set the phone to be the age of your child, definitely you are going to require the approval or consent of a parent. In that case, your email address will be requested by Google, and you'll be the back office, okay? And that helps a lot. So once a phone is set up as a child, it's going to limit a lot of things that will be sent to that phone. So in that case, you know that, yeah, what my child has access to is actually things within her age bracket. So in that case, you've secured one end, and then the other ends will definitely fall in place if you live up to it. Another thing, like I said, your email will be a backup email. So what it means that whenever that child logs into any site or downloads anything, they are going to send you an email telling you that this particular phone or this particular email signed into this particular site or downloaded this particular item. So Google will alert you immediately, and that's you knowing what your child is doing on social media. Another thing I'm going to get here is you can set a condition for your child when you want to buy a smartphone for your child. I will tell you, it works. You can say, okay, fine, I'm gonna buy you a phone. Okay, that's no problem, but on one condition, that we are not going to download TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, nothing of that nature on the phone. Based on that condition, if you guys reach that agreement, sure you stand by your word. So if you both agree there'll be no TikTok, yeah, you can go ahead and buy the phone. Whenever she or he comes up, Mom, can I? You say, no, remember our agreement. We agreed no such thing until you become of age. That will help. Parents, we need to get involved in social media. Don't come with the excuse, I'm so busy, I'm not a social media person, I'm not interested in social media. Even if you're not interested in social media, for the sake of your child, get interested. I mean it. If you don't know how to do TikTok, go download TikTok. If you don't know how to use Instagram, download Instagram. They are so easy. If you're already on Facebook, you can do Instagram. If you're on Facebook, you can do TikTok. Then you can do Snapchat. You can download. So make sure you download the social media apps that you know kids flock to. Is very important. That will keep you abreast to know what your child is doing online. Because once you sign up, once you download and sign up, the first thing you're looking for is your child's name on those apps. You become her friend, like the video, and follow her up. So if she happens to upload anything, you'll be the first to know. Make sure you put that account on notification to get anything coming from that particular account. Yeah, you're not into social media, but please, parent, get into social media for the sake of your child. We all know what is trending now. We all know the case of a 10-year-old and all of that. We all know it. So if you're not on social media at this point, I think you're on a very long thing. It's high time you got involved. Another thing I'll be sharing with us today is make sure you have a good talking relationship with your child. Make your child your friend so that that child will feel free to discuss whatever is going on in her mind or in his mind. Don't isolate the child while the child lives with you. No. Get involved with that. How was your day today? What happened at school? Come and gist me. I need to hear all the details. Tell me all the details. I need to hear whatever that happened between you and the students, you and your friends, you and the teachers. How did class go today? Was anyone particularly funny in class? Yeah, ask those questions. They might sound crazy, but you just want to know. Be inquisitive again as a child. Come down to their level. Don't say, oh, no, I'm so busy right now. Come late. Don't shun them. Don't drive them away. Get involved. Get to know everything that happened in school. The story might be too long when they start telling it. Be patient to listen. You might pick a thing or two that is happening among your kid and his or her friends. I tell you, it works. Another thing I'll be talking about today on how to secure our children so that they don't fall prey to what is going on social media is to do a screenshot out. What do I mean by that? You can set a timer. If the child's supposed to be at bed at 8 p.m., once it's 8 p.m., the phone is going to remind before it gets to 8 that is almost 8. And once it's 8 p.m., the phone times out. The child will not have access to any social media platform, any internet platform because it's time to sleep. You can also use that to secure the time to do homework, time to study, time to do other activities rather than the child being on his or her phone all the time. And also I'm going to ask, when was the last time you had dinner with your children all at the same time or had lunch with your children? Is there another important time to bond together with your kids? If the dinner time works for you, you can fix dinner with everybody eating at the same time and not with their phones on the dining table. You can also use your screen shutout to shut everybody off until the dinner is done or lunch is over. So that's another bonding time. Ask them all the questions after the dinner, after lunch. You have to have the conversation, talk as a family, get to know what your child what is going on in your child's mind. Ask questions, find out things. Definitely, if you continue to do that, the child will know no matter the situation, I have my parents. I can talk to my mother, I can talk to my father. They got my back. If you make them understand that you are approachable, no matter the situation, no matter how ugly the incident is, that child will come running to you because he or she knows that you got their back. Guys, I tell you, it works. Another thing I'm going to discuss here as well, I talked about screenshot out. Yeah, you can also disable the internet at home. That one works very well. You can do that even from your place of work. You can shut their phones down and they can't have access to internet. That means in as much as I'm not home at this particular time, my kids are still secured. You're able to control the time they spend on internet. These things are available, they are achievable, you can do them. They work very well. Another thing I'm going to say is search history. You come back from work after the end of the day, You can, okay, hi, how was your day, blah blah blah, and all of that. You say, okay, can I have your phone? You go to the phone history to know what your child has browsed, get to know what your child searched on, the kind of thing they watch, the kind of movie they watch, the kind of, anything they did online. Through the search history, you can find out all the details. And when you do, what do you do? When you find out anything that is not appropriate, you sit your child down and have a conversation. These are tips I know that work. I remember an incident that happened about 2 or 3 years ago. I saw a friend's child on TikTok and Instagram. So I asked the mother, do you have an Instagram account? She said no. Do you have a TikTok account? She said no, I'm not a social media person. I don't even use any of those platforms. I said, well, I would advise you need to download those apps. Do you know what your daughter is posting on Instagram, on TikTok? She said no. I said, well, I found her account, but the only thing I would advise you, set up those platforms so that you know what your child is posting. So when you see what your child is posting and is not appropriate, you have to nib it on the board immediately and then pull a chair. Yeah, I mean it. Pull a chair, sit your child down and talk to her one-on-one. Have a very deep conversation with that child until she sees reasons with you why you don't want her posting those kind of videos. I said, you know what is good for you? Download those apps. Follow her on any of her social media handle. That's the only way you know what they post and what they don't post. We all had this incident, everybody screaming, talking about the 10-year-old girl. That girl had posted over 526 videos, a 10-year-old. And all the dancing and the things she posted there, if the parents were doing any of these, they would have found out a long time before that ugly incident. We can prevent these things from happening. We can do that, safeguard our children to make sure they don't fall prey. So guys, there is no reason why you tell someone today, or say as a parent, I'm not into social media. Please get involved. It's like someone telling you to get involved in your child's schoolwork. Take it as a contemporary way of raising kids in these perilous times. Parenting these days is a very heavy responsibility, and we all should be accountable how we raise our children. We should. Don't just rely on your house help or nannies to take care of things. Don't. Even if you have nannies, if you have house helps, make sure you get involved. Make sure you get involved in taking care of your kids. Make sure. Don't be that mother who says, oh, no, go to Auntie Mary or go to Joseph. They're going to sort it. Listen to that child. If your child comes to you to tell you something, don't drive that child away. Pay attention. Even if you didn't hear the first time, ask the child to repeat that thing again. What am I saying here? If you're relying on nannies to do everything for your children, please, this is the wake-up call. Every one of us, we need to wake up. We need to participate. We need to know what our kids are doing. We need to know the kind of friends they are keeping, even at school. They need to understand that if they can have a conversation with their friends, they should have that conversation in front of you. Not when they want to talk to their friend, they will go to one corner or go to their room and that's it. No. We need to be careful. We need to be careful. All right. I hope I've been able to give us some tips that work for me. I believe it's going to work for someone else listening to me today. And also, don't forget to let me know in the comment section what tips are you using. Any security check you're using on your kid's phone. Let me know in the comment section. I'm open to learning. I'm going to read all the comments. Definitely, I will pick a thing or two from your comments and concerns today. Share them with me in the comment section. Let the conversation begin. And don't forget to share this video. It could help a parent out there. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like it as well and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you guys.